Alright, so if you're active in the Korean market or follow the news closely, then today's topic should not surprise you. If anything, you may be wondering why I'm giving the game away, and the answer is simple. Why not? What's really good, family? You're watching Sekidor, and today we're jumping on some news about Kakao's upcoming plan for their equities. Specifically, we're talking stock splits. Now, I actually had a much longer video to plan, but due to the time constraint, I figure I'm gonna split it into two. Today we're just gonna talk about Kakao's stock split, and that's about it. But before we continue, I'd like to remind you that this channel exists for educational purposes only, and isn't meant to be a replacement for legal or financial advice from a paid professional. Before you get into any position, it would benefit you to interrogate why you're entering and whether the company's merits are suitable for your financial plans. How can you know? Well, outside of liking this video and subscribing to this channel, the only thing left to do is to get yourself educated and do your own research. In any case, let's get into it. Alright, so the last video we did was a deep dive on HMM, and if you're interested in that company, then maybe take a look and see how we feel about it. But today, we're talking about a bigger fish, the Kakao Corporation. Now, I haven't talked about this company much because we don't tend to spend too much time talking about stocks that virtually everyone is already aware of. Maybe we should, who knows. In any case, there is important news coming out from their headquarters regarding their stock situation that we believe deserves some consideration. Basically, on the days between April 12th and the 14th, stock trading will be halted as they prepare for a 5-way stock split on the 15th. This is following the lead of many other giants in the Korean market like Samsung, who did a 50-to-1 stock split in 2018, and Naver, who did the same thing that same year. And this begs the question, what is a stock split and why would a company do it? This is a question that we're going to answer in a couple of days in another video, but again, time constraints. Because you can pretty much only buy pre-split until Friday and it's already Tuesday, so you know what it is. Alright, so let's talk about Kakao and their split. Alright, so their main plans that will go along with the split are actually quite logical. The stock price has shot up to around 260% of their pre-corona price, and today it actually shot up another 8%, I would like to say. I'm not too sure, I don't have my app in front of me. But their operations have only continued to expand over the course of the pandemic. Million, which is actually an app that is wholly owned by them, will be incorporated into a wholly owned subsidiary in the short term, but all of the other businesses that you're familiar with, like Kakao Pay, Kakao Taxi, Kakao Bank, and all of the ones that you may not come across, like Kakao Brain, their AI subsidiary, Kakao Page, a content platform born of their acquisition of Taum, and Taum Webpage, their content platform, Kakao Commerce, Enterprise, Investment, and all the other ones, it kind of just makes sense that the most visible of Korea's tech companies aims to make their shares even more available to the investing public. If you've been looking to get into Kakao for some time, but haven't had the free cash to make it worthwhile, you may have a chance to get in on the stock once it splits on the 15th. Down low, I'll link a few articles that provide further details, but that's basically it. Make note once again that trading of Kakao stocks will be suspended from Monday to Wednesday of next week as they undergo the split, so if you do want to buy pre-split, then you have to do it by Friday, which is why we're doing it really quick like this. Now, I think one of the major worries about stock splits that people don't really know if they're unfamiliar with stock splits is that the earnings per share will go down, which will devalue their holdings, but this is not necessarily the case. So let's say you have a stock and it's currently at 500. Let's just say it didn't go up today and we're at 500. They split it by 5. Each stock is worth 100. You have 5. Sure, the EPS will go down, but the number of shares that you own will go up in the same ratio, so you don't actually lose anything directly. You're theoretically entitled to the same amount of earnings. Alright, that's it for us. Actually, that was really quick, but we're gonna actually get deeper into stock splits. If you don't really understand them, we'll release it in a couple of days, but again, we wanted to let you know about the whole situation so that if you were planning on buying pre-split, or at least if you want to buy pre-split now that you know about it, you have the ability to do it by Friday. Remember, by Friday. It has already gone up a little bit, and make note that it's not always the case that a stock's momentum will continue after the split. So in the case of Tesla, who did actually have a little price adjustment at one point, they have just shot through the roof. Same with Samsung since their split last year and 2 years ago for Samsung. But in general, if you wanted to know, now you know. Take it easy, fam.